There is a photograph I cannot throw away. 5 faces. 5 kids who thought they had it all figured out. We wrote a promise on the cover of a notebook that summer. Someday, we'll change the world. We meant it. Every word of it. But nobody warns you that the last time you're all together, you don't even know it's the last time. Stay with me. Because by the end of this story, you're going to think about someone you haven't spoken to in years. Before we go back to that summer, if stories like this move you, the ones about who we used to be and who we became, hit subscribe right now, so you never miss the next one. And if this story finds its way into your chest the way it found its way into mine, I want to know. Drop a comment and tell me the name of the friend you thought of first. And if you know someone who needs to hear this today, someone from your own 17, send it to them. Okay. Let's go back. I was 17 the summer everything felt possible. There were 5 of us. We didn't choose each other, not really. We just happened to end up in the same hallways, the same lunch table, the same battered old car with the broken air conditioning. But somewhere between freshman year and that last golden summer, happened to end up together, turned into something closer to family. We had a spot. Not fancy. Just a stretch of boardwalk near the old fairground, where the Ferris wheel lit up gold every night, like it was performing just for us. We'd walk there almost every evening, 5 silhouettes against a sky on fire. Like we owned the whole horizon. I remember the smell of funnel cake and salt water. I remember someone's denim jacket, always draped over someone else's shoulders. I remember laughing so hard at nothing that my stomach hurt for days. We thought we were untouchable. We thought 17 would last forever. And one night, sitting at a wobbly table with peeling paint, someone pulled out a spiral notebook, the cheap kind, dollar store cover, already falling apart at the spine, and we wrote it down. A promise. In messy, overlapping handwriting. Someday, we'll change the world. We drew a little heart under it, like that made it official. Like a heart could hold 5 people together forever. We really believed it. Not in some naive, childish way. We believed it the way only 17-year-olds can believe something. Completely, recklessly, without a single doubt. Each of us had a version of the dream. One of us wanted to travel to every country on the map. Send postcards back from places none of us could pronounce. One of us wanted to write poetry, mostly bad, but fearless. She used to read it out loud on that boardwalk, and none of us laughed. Because somehow we all understood we were listening to someone's real heart. One of us wanted to build something. Didn't know what yet. Just knew he wanted his name on something that outlasted him. One of us just wanted to be happy. That was it. That was the whole dream. And at the time, the rest of us thought that dream was small. We didn't understand yet how enormous a task that really is. And me, I wanted to remember. That was my quiet, secret promise. I wanted to hold onto all of it. The sound of 5 sets of footsteps on wooden boardwalk planks. The way the Ferris wheel lights blinked on, right as the sun dipped below the water. The feeling of being exactly where I was supposed to be, surrounded by exactly the right people. I didn't know yet that memory isn't something you can hold in your hands. It slips through your fingers slower than water, but just as surely. That night, we took a photograph. The 5 of us, arms wrapped around each other, grinning like we'd already won something. We didn't know what we'd won yet. We just knew it felt like winning. Nobody tells you that growing up doesn't happen in one dramatic moment. It happens in 100 small ones you don't notice until they've already added up. It was a missed phone call here. A graduation that pulled two of us to opposite coasts. A job that ate up every weekend. A relationship that quietly rearranged somebody's priorities. None of it felt like betrayal in the moment. It just felt like life. Like the ordinary, unavoidable weather of growing older. I remember the last time all five of us were in the same place at once. We didn't know it was the last time. Nobody ever does. If we had known, I think we would have stayed there a little longer. Said a little more. Hugged a little tighter. Instead, it ended the way most ordinary nights end. With someone saying, "Text me when you're home." And none of us realizing that the version of us sitting at that table would never sit there again. The notebook stayed in a drawer somewhere. The promise stayed on the page. And the five of us scattered, the way people do. Into apartments and jobs and cities that had nothing to do with the dreams we'd once written down in a $2 spiral notebook. Here's the part nobody talks about. Growing up doesn't feel like failure. It just feels like life happening to you while you were busy planning a different one. The traveler got a mortgage instead of a passport stamp. And most days, that's all right with him. Most days. The poet stopped writing for years, not because she stopped feeling things, but because life got loud, and quiet things get harder to hear. When the world won't stop talking. The builder built something, eventually. Not the thing he imagined at 17. Something smaller. Something real. He says it's enough. I believe him. Most of the time. The one who just wanted to be happy, I think about that one the most. Because happiness, it turns out, isn't a small dream at all. It might be the hardest one on the list. And me, I still remember. That part of the promise, at least. I managed to keep. I remember all of it. Maybe too much of it. Sometimes memory is a gift. Sometimes it's a room you can't stop walking back into. We didn't change the world. Not the way we meant it that night. No headlines. No history books. Just 5 ordinary lives. Doing ordinary, quietly difficult things, the way almost everyone does. And for a long time, I thought that meant we'd failed. I found the notebook again a few months ago. Same peeling cover. Same messy handwriting. Same little heart, faded but still there. And I sat with it for a long time, before I understood something that 17-year-old me could never have understood. We didn't fail the promise. We just didn't understand what it meant yet. We thought changing the world meant something loud. Something big enough to be remembered by strangers. But maybe changing the world just means this: 5 kids who believed in each other so completely, so recklessly, that decades later, one of them still can't look at a Ferris wheel without smiling. Maybe it means the poet's daughter falls asleep to poems her mother finally started writing again. Maybe it means the one who just wanted to be happy actually got there. Quietly, one ordinary Tuesday at a time, and nobody threw a parade for it. But it happened anyway. We didn't change the whole world. We changed each other's. And maybe that was always the real promise. Hiding underneath the one we thought we were making. Sometimes I still walk out to that boardwalk. Alone, now. The Ferris wheel still lights up gold at sunset, same as it always did. And I sit at that same wobbly table, and I take out the old photograph. 5 faces, 5 kids who thought they had it all figured out. And for a moment, I let myself believe we're still 17. That we still have time. That the promise is still ahead of us, instead of behind. I don't know where all of them are tonight. I don't know if they Still remember the notebook, or the heart drawn under our promise, or the exact color the sky turned that last night we were all together. But I remember. And maybe, in the end, that's the only way any of us ever really change the world. One person, remembering, so that none of it gets to disappear completely. If this story reminded you of your own someday will change the world people, type their name in the comments. Just their name. Let's fill this comment section with every friendship that ever meant something. Share this with the friend who was there for your 17. And if you want more stories like this one, quiet, honest, the ones that stay with you, subscribe now and turn on notifications so you never miss the next one. Thank you for remembering with me tonight. I'll see you in the next story.